Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Volusia Flagler Cares. We're a weekly half-hour podcast. Our focus is to really just promote all of the nonprofit groups in the Volusia Flagler area, focusing on the events and activities that they're doing and fundraisers. So we are really, also my co-host, I apologize, Chris DeWind from the Flagler County Buzz. And we're so grateful that we have her connections, the people that she knows, and that has really helped our show. And we'll be able to bring you a lot more information from the Flagler area. I'm based out of Port Orange, so this has been just a wonderful relationship that I think we'll both be able to benefit from. So with us today is our guest. He is the sales manager with the Daytona Tortugas. He went to the University of Cincinnati. Isn't that where the Kelsey brothers went, or
yes, sir.
The Bearcats?
We see him around on campus quite a bit.
And he is the sales manager for the Daytona Tortugas. And if you live under a rock and haven't been able to see what's been going on around town, it is time for the baseball season. And we are very fortunate to live here in the Daytona area because we have our own professional baseball team, and it is the Daytona Tortugas. And as I said, Dee, if you don't mind, kind of maybe do a little back history on the Daytona Tortugas. When were they formed? I mean, I know the Jackie Robinson Stadium has a completely different legacy to the Tortugas.
Right.
But when did the Tortugas start as an organization?
Absolutely. Well, Kelly, thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate joining you all today. So we are in our 10th year of Daytona Tortugas baseball here at Jackie Robinson Ballpark. So the Tortugas have been around since 2015, and previously the Daytona Cubs played there. And then with some kind of shuffling of minor league baseball, the Cincinnati Reds came in, and the Daytona Tortugas formed in 2015 as the single-A affiliate for the group. So this year, we are celebrating our 10th year anniversary of Daytona Tortugas baseball at historic Jackie Robinson Ballpark.
Man, that is so great that you've been here for that long because, to me, it just seems like, the new team that just got here. But with the Kiwanis, we'll be out there this Saturday, and it is our 44th opening day with the Daytona Tortugas, previously with the Cubbies. And now, you guys... you play at the single A level, is that correct? Or what level are you guys at in the hierarchy?
So single A. So we are the lowest of professional baseball. So when it comes in, what you're seeing right now, the players that you're going to be seeing on the field are the future of the MLB All-Stars. So the guys that you're seeing are, they're coming out, they're signing their original contracts, and then they pretty much go from there up the system. And then the goal is to someday have them playing for the Cincinnati Reds. We've had a lot of recent products come out of Daytona, including MLB Superstar and cover of this year's MLB The Show, the very famous video game, Ellie De La Cruz, who was actually the bobblehead for Saturday night.
Yeah, Saturday, the bobblehead night.
Right, yeah. So, him and a lot of other, Reds, have come through Daytona. So it's quite a pipeline for Major League Baseball. So if you're wanting to see next year's MLB Superstars, please come see us at the Jack.
Well, and I had a question because there are, like you say, these are going to be the guys that, they hit the weight room, they, get faster, quicker, stronger. But there's also a lot of times that there are major league players that come down to do like a rehab or something where, this way there's nobody around to see. I don't know, but I do know that that happens quite often. I guess there's nobody hurt, so you wouldn't know if anybody. But like, again, Kerry Woods, I remember when he came down to the Cubbies and played for about 5 games and then, of course, went back to the show. But do you guys experience that in your season?
Sorry, a little bit of a delay there, but yes, we sure do. We will get guys sent down for rehab starts all the time. So usually when they're coming down to us, they aren't coming down from the Reds. They're more so coming down from some of the other feeders, like Louisville or Chattanooga. But yeah, it absolutely does happen. Guys will get sent down after an injury to get their confidence back up as they go through rehabilitation as well.
And what last year? How was what was the finish?
So yeah, last year we performed better than we have in a while. So the Tortugas were they did really well, and they actually made the playoffs at the end of last year.
Yeah.
So we were looking to do this. Obviously, we're looking to go back to the postseason again this year. And it's just a great opportunity for the fans of Daytona to even watch some more baseball there at the end of September.
Right. It just keeps on going.
Right. Obviously, the goal is to win a Florida League championship, which is the highest achievement that we can achieve here at the Tortugas.
D, I got a question for you. Who's some of your top prospects this year?
Absolutely. So the two of the guys that I would like to really highlight are two of our returners. We got shortstop Sammy Sosa, who's coming back for a second season with us, and then our catcher Alfredo Duno. Both of those guys are highlighting returnings for the Tortugas, and they're going to really highlight our lineup especially on opening day.
Thanks, D.
Absolutely.
And D, so many times you watch the movies and there's a guy who comes out of high school and he signs a pro contract. Is that still something that happens a lot with what you do, or do you get mostly college players?
No, absolutely, and they're both. So what guys do, typically they're either offered a minor league or a major contract, right? And so you'll see both of those in the Tortugas. So the major league guys are often signed by the Reds and then sent down to, whatever, ball club it is to get more experience, whether that's us, Dayton, Louisville, or Chattanooga. And then there's guys who are, a minor league contract, usually later picks, kind of more of a prove-it contract, as they say. But most of the guys that you've seen come from Tortuga to go into the majors have been on those major contracts. So, you're talking about our Jonathan Indias, your Nick Senzels, your Aristides Aquinos, your Ellie De La Cruz. Those guys are usually on those pro contracts.
Okay. Well, so you do experience a lot of flow in who you have as well as who gets signed into contracts. That's got to be crazy because, people wouldn't understand how many levels. You have people coming and going of all of the time, and somebody's got to bring that and make it cohesive. So that leads to my next question. You guys have a pretty good coaching staff from what I've been able to take a look at. Go from, the general manager on down.
Absolutely. So general manager is Jim Jaworski. He has been with the team ever since for about 20 years now. I believe it's 15. So he has been here
love
since
that guy. He never stops.
He's the man. Big Jim Jaworski fan here. So yeah, he has been with the team for about 15 years, all the way from back when we were the Daytona Cubs, 2010, 2011. So he is monumental for what the Tortugas have been able to establish here. Him and then our president of sales as well, Mike Sandler. Both of those guys are pivotal in knowing the Tortugas as we know them today. And then, in terms of our coaching staff, so new groups this year. We brought in brand new manager Willie Harris. A lot of experience from both the Chicago Cubs organization and the Cincinnati Reds organization. He is bringing a wealth of baseball knowledge to Daytona Beach.
It sounds like, formidable. The stadium is gorgeous. You have almost everything that you need. So looking for a lot out of the Tortugas this year. This should be your year.
It's got to be. It's got to be. Yeah. A lot of exciting things happening in 2025 over here at Jackie Robinson Ballpark.
So speaking of the stadium, since you mentioned that, Dee, I wanted to ask you,
absolutely.
Obviously, Volusia and Flagler both see a lot of new residents every year. So can you kind of go over the history and significance of the Jackie Robinson Memorial Stadium?
Absolutely. So very historic place. Where the Tortugas play, Jackie Robinson Ballpark, is the location where Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier for the MLB. And that story, what happened is that the Dodgers spring training was in Sanford, Florida. And the year that Jackie was signed to the Dodgers, the Stanford Police Department said that they were not going to allow the Dodgers to change the way of life for the people in Stanford, Florida at the time. So they chose to not let the Dodgers play spring training games there. So Ricky Branch, who was the owner of the Dodgers at the time, had to figure out, what he was going to do in terms of Jackie Robinson being able to play with the team. So he was very good friends with Mary Bethune, who is the founder of Bethune-Cookman University here in Daytona. And she was actually very good friends with Eleanor Roosevelt. So Ricky called the two of them. They said, we have a place that they can play. Put Jackie in the car and get him from Stanford to Daytona immediately, and then that's where the Dodgers are going to play. So there's a famous scene from the movie 42 with Chadwick Boseman, and it's about Jackie Robinson's life. There is a scene in the movie where a couple of elder gentlemen in Stanford house and threaten him in racist ways, that sort of thing. And Ricky Branch tells him to get in the car and drive. And that scene is the movie depiction of the move from Stanford to Daytona.
Okay. Can you kind of give us some insight for the future of the stadium?
Absolutely, yes. So we right now are in the middle of almost a rebuild, or more of a rebuild. So not in terms of the stadium. So we are going to have a brand new brick and mortar Jackie Robinson museum. We are going to have new clubhouses, a new weight room, and then new offices. And we're in the middle of that renovation right now. It is scheduled to be done in December 25 or January 26. So by the 2026 season, next year, the Tortugas will be all finished. And our goal is to basically look like a Major League Baseball spring training facility.
That's so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're really lucky, and we thank you guys for going through that, because from what I understand, it's not like you can just hire a company and come out and put some drywall and bang it up there.
Right.
There's like different things you have to follow and rules and all kinds of stuff.
Absolutely, and the big thank you goes to the people of the city of Daytona for loving the Tortugas.
Well, yeah. But we love baseball, and in fact, we're going to go ahead and play the team promo video, and then I wanted to ask you some questions about the Tortugas Cares Foundation.
Okay.
So why don't we go ahead and take a look at what they've got for us this year.
History. It is a part of who we are in Daytona Beach. From legendary races to changing America's pastime forever. We get ready to kickstart another season. 3-1. This one is hammered to deep left field, and Ortiz swings and drives this one into right center field. Long one for Kerr, looking up, and all he can do is turn and watch that one sail over by the light station underneath the Jackie Robinson retired numbers. This will do it, and the year of the no-hitter has made its way to Daytona Beach. Hendrick hits one in the air. Deep right field. All Romeri can do is turn and watch the first professional home run for Austin Hendrick. Number one for number one. This one swung on, ripped to right field, and having to play that one on a hop is Decook. Takes a big bounce on the turf and over his head. Rounding third, heading home now is Torres. De La Cruz on his way to third base, and he's there standing. That is good. As De La Cruz a line drive right field. That one's down for a base hit. And gets behind the glove of Gary Jr. Everybody's going to score. 2 runs in. Ellie on his way to third. He'll be in there sliding feet first. 2 runs in for Daytona. They've got a 2-0 lead.
Wow. Man, that looks exciting. I can't wait for Saturday night.
Right.
But you guys are, this airs on Friday, so that is your first night against the Bradenton Marauders. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah, we open Friday night against Bradenton, and then we will have fireworks after the Friday night game.
Okay, and I'm excited on the Saturday night. It's the bobblehead night. And that's the Ellie De La Cruz bobblehead, right?
Right, correct.
And a pre-concert.
Right, yeah. So we have starting our concert series here at the Jack. So gates will open at 5 p.m. We'll have a concert series before we throw out our first pitch on Saturday evening.
And that's great. I think
so cool.
The first one was it Katie Ann or Katie Lynn Brennan?
Yes, Katie Brennan.
Bluegrass, but I mean, she just looks great. I'm excited. I think this is going to be a lot of fun, and it's great that you're using local people and that you're supporting local events and activities. The other thing that I noticed when I went to your website was that you had a call for vendors. Is that still, has that filled up, or is that to where people could still get in?
The lineup is pretty set for the 2025 season for the most part this year. But we always reevaluate for 2026.
Okay. Just, hey, if there was somebody that had something kind of unique, just thought they would get in touch with you. But that does kind of, I guess we have to talk about not only the fact that you guys provide us with such a wonderful baseball product, but that you have a fundraising mechanism that has been giving out a pretty sizable chunk of money every year in this community through the Tortugas Cares Foundation. Can you tell us a little bit about that mission, or?
Absolutely. So the Tortugas Care Foundation started in 2016, and we operate as a nonprofit philanthropic organization with the goal is to support local communities in youth sports and the Sea Turtle Conservative Initiative. So we're trying to basically we're trying to help save the sea turtles, and at the same time simultaneously promoting youth sports here in the Daytona Beach and surrounding areas.
Oh, not just incongruous, but it's still, though, two great causes. So do you guys put on clinics and all of that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll do a lot of events and cleanups, a lot in conjunction with the Boys and Girls Club. Our community outreach director, Bobby Latmore, has done an unbelievable job at captaining that cruise ship. So we've done a lot and all that. And then,
I love Bobby. He what he did for the Kiwanis. To get that duck race together. I mean, he moved heaven and earth, and it was perfect. God, that turned out so great.
Yeah, so we do a lot with the we do a lot with the youth, Boys and Girls Club. Yeah, so just really trying to promote the youth of Daytona Beach.
That's tremendous.
When you talk about the clinics that you do for the youth in Daytona Beach, and that you mentioned that you do that for Volusia and surrounding areas, so does that include neighboring counties such as Flagler and some of the other counties that border you down there?
Of course. So, primarily it's caused through Volusia Flagler counties in the Central Florida community as well. So it's certainly not. It's really. We're trying to benefit as many youth kids as we can.
And do you ever consider offering clinics for maybe children with disabilities that may have an interest in sports?
Absolutely. So, and I know we have. Excuse me, I kind of forget the name of the league.
Miracle League?
Miracle League, yes. We do a lot in foundation with the Miracle League. Our owner, Bob Frigol, has sponsored that field over in
It's in New Smyrna Beach, I believe.
New Smyrna.
Yeah.
Yep, New Smyrna Beach.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so we have that field over there. Yeah.
Been there, they've, when they're doing some of their baseball games. And man, I got to tell you, it is, there's not a dry eye. Everybody is a champion. It is just the coolest thing. And, I can tell you this, you got to be there at like 8:30 in the morning on a Saturday. Mm-hmm. And there, people come in, not saying they got an attitude, but by the time it's done, you feel you're just walking on a cloud. Everything is good.
Absolutely.
It's such a wonderful group.
It is, and we're fortunate enough where we will be able to go out and we get to walk with the players and kind of help them out, and it is our favorite 2 days of the year.
It is cool. It really is.
Awesome.
How do people do people send you funding requests, or do you just have those two isolated, the Big Brothers and the youth leagues, or do any other charities get in touch with you?
Absolutely. So for anything like that, and honestly, in terms of Tortuga Care Foundation, your man's going to be Bobby Latmore. So I can't speak too much on all that, what we're willing to do, but if you have anything in regards to that, Bobby's the guy. He's going to be more than happy to help you.
Yeah, and probably the crazier the better, and it'll get.
Oh yeah, that's Bobby for you.
Well, how and real quick, like if you can, we'll go ahead and we'll put it up. But how do people get in to donate to the foundation, and how are you raising money for that?
Absolutely. So if you're any questions about that, I'll have you can give Bobby a call, 386-271-8736, and then you can email him at bobbylatmore@DaytonaTortugas.com. So he is going to handle everything in terms of all of our our funding, our fundraising, our community outreaches, and everything.
Well, that's great. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point of this show, so we'd be remiss if we didn't bring that up here at the end.
Absolutely.
You did mention that it was really cool being able to go out and see the youth clinics and that, so I'm assuming that you've been out there to some of those youth clinics.
Yes. And in my short time with the team right now, I've been able to go to one, and it has been one of my favorite events that we've.
Can you, without giving too many personal details about the kids involved, but can you share with us and the viewers one interaction from that youth clinic that stood out to you and just inspired you to continue trying to work with these kids?
Absolutely, and I would say it's probably the appreciation you get from the kids. They are so happy that you're there, and when you're volunteering your time, you are you feel that. I almost think it's more for you than it is for them. Boy, it just leaves such a good feeling, and you can just see the benefit that they get from it. It's the reason that we do Tortugas Care Foundation and why it's so important to us here.
Man, and we appreciate and applaud all that you do, in this community. There's people, they don't know, the depth of what you do and some of the things that, what do they say? Character is what you do when people aren't looking. And you guys certainly have a lot of it. You've shown that you are an integral part of this community, and we appreciate it. It's great. We got a pro team here in Daytona, man. It's cool. So we will go ahead. We'll get that information on how people can contribute, how they can get in touch with Bobby, and hope to see everybody this weekend for the opening weekend, Friday, tomorrow at 5:30 with fireworks. Afterwards, Saturday, 5 p.m. with a concert from Katie Lynn Brennan at 5 o'clock. Gates open, and then I think ball time is at 6:30, and it is the bobblehead night with Ellie Dela Cruz bobbleheads, and then Sunday you have another evening game. Is there something before or after that one, or?
Absolutely. So I'll give you the quick weekend rundown. So
Okay.
Friday night is opening night for us, and it's firework night. We've got Saturday our concert series, and then Ellie De La Cruz bobblehead night, and of course Sunday is a 5 p.m. start. And to finish off opening weekend, we have Princess Night.
That could be fun.
Yeah. So looking forward. There'll be a lot of little girls in their princess dresses this Sunday. So it'll be a fun night at the
Awesome.
ballpark for the little ones.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah.
I love how creative you guys are.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, we try.
You do, and it is appreciated. So everybody, you know what we're doing next week. We have, we're very fortunate. We're going to have Charlene Greer from Jeep Beach. She's the founder, and she's going to kind of give us the whole rundown of what's going on for the week, and a little bit of the history of how it's all started right here in our area. And then we also have Abby Ferguson, who is the CEO of the Childs Academy. And wait till you talk to or hear us talk to her. If you don't know, it is probably one of the coolest groups that we have. It's through the Volusia County Schools, and it is for teen mothers. After that, we're going to be, the following week, we'll be talking with the Daytona State Foundation about their upcoming Cork and Fork promotion, and hopefully getting some samples from Chef Costa. So anyway, hey, listen, thanks for watching. We'll be back again next week. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Dee.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.